Oh no, you gotta be fucking kidding. Are you serious? As you can see, I'm an elite level gamer. Cuphead. You've heard of it, you've seen it, and you've probably lost a few gaming controllers because of it. Trust me, I've been there too. You have got to be fucking kidding me. This beautiful conglomerate of cups running and gunning and gunning and running has got to be one of the greatest indie games I have ever had the pleasure of playing. For fuck's sake, I not only bought it once, but 2 different times because I wanted to play it on my laptop. I guess 12-year-old me was just so immersed, he lost all of his birthday money to Studio MDHR. So why am I talking about it? It's good. Everyone knows it's good. But you clicked on this video not because you knew this game was good, but because you wanted to know why it was in contention for being one of the most perfect indie games of all time. I'm Krejio, and no, I am not crazy. This is how Cuphead came inches away from perfection. Krej, don't you think labeling this game as the greatest indie game of all time is ignoring the possibility that Hollow Knight and the FNAF series could also be the greatest of all time? And to that I have to say, you are 100% right. There are so many good things I love about each of these games, which keeps them in the conversation, but I want to lean into what makes Cuphead almost perfect in my eyes. This is an open conversation, and any opinion you have on any other great indie game is also extremely valid. For example, allow me to explain. 2 boys, 1 cup, 1 mug. Please don't ask me the semantics of this. I don't know. Run around wanting to have fun because old Elder Kettle doesn't have anything to do back home. On a side note, look how awesome this house is. What's your mortgage, Elder Kettle? They run off somehow, making it to Inkwell Hell, don't ask me how or why, where they go on a winner's high of a lifetime, winning all of the marbles King Dice has in his back pocket. Fuck! The devil, being the little sly dog that he is, makes Cuphead bet his entire life savings on black, and now they have to pay their debt. But this ain't no funny business, no, no, no. The devil isn't looking for cash. He's looking for collateral, which happens to be their ass. They piss and shit their pants all the way back home, where Elder Kettle finds a magical bottle of his special drink he's been holding since the war, and gives the boys magical powers that shoot, out of their hands. And off the boys go to save their souls by collecting other people's souls for the devil. In blatant terms, they are the devil's bitches. They go aisle through aisle collecting souls for the devil until finally in the canon ending, they either turn evil by handing him the souls or by giving him the 1-2 boot right into Looney Tunes. Oh shit, I can't say that or else I'm getting copyrighted? Okay, let's try this again. Giving him the 1-2 boot right into Tom and Jerry. Are you fucking serious? So that's the story. It's littered with beautiful references to old shows. It's a love letter to those types of cartoons as a whole. And by golly, I mean cup and mug in the same game. I'm convinced. Sign me up. This story is such a good and simple one. And the way it is told, I mean, for Cup's sake, it's told as a literal children's fiction book. They knew this shit was gonna be heat from the start. They knew what they were doing. You would think for this caliber of a project such as Cuphead, they would need some high-tech, fancy shit to make this game look as beautiful as it is. But nope, it's not fancy AI or flip-a-clip. You know what you did. But instead, pen and paper. Wait, you're saying this entire time I've been looking at this beautiful Picasso's art, and it's only been pen and paper? Well, you see, my friend, you are around 80% right. While all the animation was done using an old-fashioned animation style, the color was done using programs on PCs. But the proof is still in the pudding that this style was done using ink and cardboard. Oh, not that kind of ink. An art style of that magnitude, especially when it comes to this game, is something that helps make this game as special as it is. You appreciate the final details, the small ones, because you know they were hand-drawn. And nothing is like playing that animation. It's just an experience that comes with the game. I mean, without this fancy animation, would I be able to do this fancy and intricate movement? No, I don't think so. What do I look like, a buffoon? Let me get to the fun part. You like shooting and looting? Well, let me tell ya, this is the game for you. Grabbing coins, dodging coins, avoiding. Is that a fucking bird and a cuckoo clock? Nope, I've officially seen it all. I'm done. No, but seriously, the movement is clean. The plane switching feels awesome. I feel like I'm in a goddamn Top Gun Maverick movie every time I switch. Ah! Ah! Fuck. Oh! What the fuck is going on? god! And the gunplay feels like I'm a cup with an AK-47 strapped to my hand. On top of that, if you don't like the shooting from your hand, don't worry, you have the choice of green boogers, the boomerang I got stuck on my roof, and many more options that are totally viable in one way or another. Oh yeah, I know you like that, Beppy the Clown. All of these options are super cool and fun to use, and nothing really feels slow or clunky in this game. Studio MDHR really outdid themselves when designing the mechanics of this game. Everything seems fair and rewarding every time you do something good, which is how a game of this caliber should feel. Speaking of how this game plays, it is difficult. Look, we aren't playing Dark Souls, but this game is not easy by any means. Pick up a controller and replay this game fully after beating it. No deaths. For 99% of you, it's not gonna happen. No diss, but seriously, I got S on every expert boss in the game. Hildeberg, you will forever scar me. Point is, this game is supposed to be fair and hard at the same time. It really is a game where there are no cutting corners, but when you beat a boss, it feels like you just climbed a insert metaphorical mountain here and then screamed at the top of your lungs. Ah! There is so much more to say about this game, like parrying super specials, but the fact I have so much to say about the other things I already touched upon shows how well designed it is already. Speaking of design in particular, please someone put down in the comments for me what is one game where when the boss dies they season him with salt and pepper. No, go on. I'll wait. A three-headed Hydra sprouting from one dragon, a clown that becomes an attraction, Fright Fest eat your heart out, a guy turns into a tombstone, a Popeye-inspired pirate where the ship shoots Dragon Ball Kamehamehas out of his mouth, a ghost that throws his eyeballs at you, a mausoleum filled with ghosts that come out to stop you from saving a literal goddess, a German rat that gets eaten by a cat just to find out at the end that he was the cat all along, two boxing frogs that also combine to make a fucking slot machine. Like, where are they pulling these ideas from? I have only scratched the surface of the creativity these people have. When the world ends and there's no more video games left, I want the studio to rebuild the gaming community. No, but seriously, they need even more awards for this game they put out. Can you imagine some of the conversations they had to have at Studio MDHR when they were thinking of these ideas? Like, what if we made a genie, but he becomes the stage in the second sequence and the player has to navigate through that stage. What are you, high? I love it. Put it in there. These are incredible ideas and this game is absolutely filled to the brim with them. No pun intended. Fellow viewers, fellow people, fellow members, fellow balls, fellow big and small, and I love every single bit of them. It is what makes Cuphead Cuphead. Cuphead is good. No, it's not just good. It's amazing, a game that is truly different from any other gaming experience I've ever had. It's a beautiful, imaginative game that worked out everything to a wicked point. I feel like I am playing an old fairy tale whenever I load up the game, like a good copy of Cinderella. You know it's a classic. It may have flaws, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be one of the greats. Cuphead is that. It will forever be one of the greatest indie games ever created, alongside Hollow Knight, alongside FNAF and Undertale, and so many others. There have been so many indie games that tried to take a stab at the perfect gaming experience, but I firmly believe Cuphead was the closest one to doing it. Until Silksong comes out, because holy fuck are we in for a conversation. Thanks for watching.